By the year 2050, 70% of the global population is expected to live in cities. In an increasingly urbanized world, cities can bring major benefits to their residents, their countries, and the global community. Cities boost productivity, innovation, and job creation. They offer higher wages and income. They attract skills and talents, and they're major providers of culture, leisure, and other amenities. But if they're not managed properly, cities can also generate costs. For example, traffic congestion, long commuting time, air pollution, unaffordable housing, and inequalities. Successful cities do not happen automatically. They require effective local and national urban policies. Globalization, digitalization, aging population, migration, climate change, and other megatrends are profoundly transforming the way people live and work in cities. So, a key question is, how can cities continue to generate growth, offer high quality of life, and be fit for the future? The OECD has worked on cities and urban policy for over 20 years. We've developed internationally comparable data on cities and their performances. We've advised local and national governments on their urban policies in more than 30 cities, ranging from Seoul to Mexico City, and almost 10 countries, ranging from Poland to China. We've carried out thematic work on a wide range of sectors of urban policy, such as climate change, aging, migration, inclusive growth, metropolitan governance, land use, and water. We've set up policy networks to share good practices and learn from each other, such as the OECD Working Party on Urban Policy, the OECD Roundtable of Mayors and Ministers, and the OECD Champion Mayors Initiative for Inclusive Growth. What lessons have we learned from these 2 decades of work? The OECD Principles on Urban Policy, adopted in March 2019, have taken stock of these lessons to advise policymakers at the national, regional and local level on how to shape smart, sustainable and inclusive cities in a world of constant change. The OECD Principles cover 3 major dimensions of urban policy, which can be summarized around the 3 S's: scale, strategy and stakeholders. The first S: targeting an effective scale of policy of action in all cities. Governments should maximise the potential of cities of all sizes to advance prosperity and well-being, adapt urban policy to the places where people live and work, and support interdependencies and cooperation between urban and rural areas. The second S: adopting a coherent, integrated and effective strategy to build smart, sustainable and inclusive cities. Governments should set a clear vision for national urban policy that is fit for the future, leverage the potential of cities to advance environmental quality and the transition to a low-carbon economy, promote inclusive cities that provide opportunities for all, encourage coherence across different sectoral policies, and provide adequate funding for urban policy. And finally, the third S: engaging stakeholders in a co-designed, co-implemented and co-monitored urban policy. Governments need to promote stakeholder engagement in the design and implementation of urban policy, strengthen the innovation capacity of actors in cities, and foster monitoring and evaluation and accountability of urban policy outcomes. The OECD stands ready to support policymakers around the world to make the principles on urban policy happen.